Hi guys, so this is kind of the last class really for Allegretto 1. What I wanted to do, unfortunately we haven't got a backing track, but I will do them all with backing tracks eventually. But what I want to do is just give you some indication about... I was watching this girl the other day playing piano, and she was blind and a wonderful pianist, absolutely spellbinding. I mean, brought tears to everyone's eyes, really. And I was watching how she moves her hands up and down the notes, and she was much more touchy-feely with the notes. Not necessarily just using fingertips, you know. Now, we don't encourage sort of flat hands. We encourage a curved hand. But there is a sort of middle ground. If you shut your eyes... Let's do the bit out of... where are we? If we just go from bar 28 in the Allegretto. So we've got these three notes, and then we're coming down. Okay? And as we come down, it's easy to get lost if we lift everything up. So if you lift everything up and then move sideways, you're much more likely to get lost than if you play these three notes, find the octave lower, and don't move that thumb until you've found the other two notes. Do you see what I mean? Anchors. So the thumb becomes the anchor of the whole chord structure so that we can find our way round. And the G is the fifth, of course, and it's a very important note. And going to that G and then coming back up. And likewise, when I come back up, so we've got the G, B, F, the seventh there, right? When we come back up, rather than lifting the whole lot and then moving along, we can keep our thumb down on that F and find our way home to that major triad. Do you see? I think that's really useful information, actually. It's hard to get over on a podcast, but if you start practicing these little tricky bits with your eyes closed, I think it's really, really helpful. Likewise, the right hand. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I get a bit... I don't do these two C's. I tend to do something else that isn't there, you know, because I've been moving my hands around so often, and it's the first double note, I think. We've got double D's there. We've got 4 D's in a row up there. But, you know, we're not used to playing those two C's at the same time, and it comes at the end. Well, if you're playing the repeats, it's not quite the end, is it? Do you see what I mean? I think it's really interesting. It's really interesting how just a few notes can give you so much information about your future learning. And this is why it's really important to go into these pieces in extreme detail. You might think that I'm, you know, crazy. It's, you know, it's so the detail is so intense, and why would you do that? But if you get the detail right now, you're going to save yourself so much heartache in the future when you're playing piano. So I think we've finished that one, except for the playthrough, which I'd like to do with a backing. So I will do that when my iPad's fixed. You know, or because I like the metronome and I like to get it all right. But I'll pop it up anyway. I'll pop a recording up without a backing. It's not so much fun, but I'll do that in a bit. Let's say goodbye to the Allegretto 1, Suzuki Book 1, and move on to our next piece, which I'm very excited about. And I'm going to do some jazz as well in a bit, some jazz broken chords. I'm going to have some real fun with those with you guys.